Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for this edition of YBM Cast, powered by Game 7 Baseball, Game7Baseball.com. Check out Game7Baseball.com. Get your schedule prepared. The tournaments are there, man. All you got to do is go check it out. Winter Workout Tour coming up. Great stuff. Right behind, on this side. Yep, that's the side right over there. Dad's Coaching Clinic. Make sure you sign up. We'll have those links in the description below from the show today. We do appreciate it. Check it out. Got some great stuff coming up there. Coaches Mason Horn from CBC, Tony Perkins, Francis Howell, Tim Canavan, DeSmet Jesuit, Darren Sissel from Francis Howell. We got Kevin Mulder, Prep Baseball Report, former Division I head coach. We're talking about developing a coaching structure, developing a practice plan. I'm going too fast, Lauren. The nuts and bolts of practice drills. There's some great stuff in here. We'll be enjoying the day. 2 dates, December 9th, December 16th. You can see it here on the screen. Click on the link below. Sign up. Get ready for a great opportunity to learn about coaching. Good stuff. Today, though, on the show, I wanted to take some time. We had some great interviews with some of the local or some of the guys that deal with the bats from Rawlings. We talked to Rawlings. We talked to oh my gosh, Jaw Bats. I know that, but that's not. I was going to save that for last. But thanks, Lauren. DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, there it is. These gentlemen took some time. We were out at Prime Sports Midwest with the bat demo. We're going to show a little bit of those interviews. I think you'll enjoy them. Get to know a little bit about the bats and what's going on there. Thought we would share that out today as well. So please check these out, and we'll see you at the end of the show. Hey guys, we're back out here, Prime Sports Midwest, Champions Village, 1550 Ocello Drive. Come on out. We're here till 1 o'clock. We got prizes going on. Rick's calling out prizes left and right here, giving stuff away. He's just throwing stuff out. Get it? That's right. That's what we're here for. Powered by Alternative Insurance. Check them out, alternativeinsurance.com, and see the logo up there. We'll have the link in the description. We want to do that. We want to make sure we appreciate our sponsors. Today, look at that. This hour, we've got Jacob Walters from Jaw Bats here today. Man, good to see you. Good to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you.
We hadn't met before.
Yeah,
and
great to meet you.
Just chatting about baseball. Talk to the folks a little bit about your bats, bud.
Yeah, so I guess the story is, back when I was 15, I love woodworking, and I got into making bats and making them all by hand, and it was one of those things where obsessed over it, and of course played baseball, and then always made bats for my buddies, and fortunate enough to have buddies that would take the hit and swing my bad bats, but yeah, just obsessed over it. Went off, played college ball at Neosho back in 2012 and 13, and then going into my sophomore year is when I started the company. Whatever that meant, at the time I got my official LLC, and just went from there. Took to social media and built the company that way, and stopped playing after my 2 years, and time flies by, so here we are. Had a company for almost 12 years now, and I love every day of it, so it's a good time.
There's a bat over here, guys, that they made. This had to take a while, but it's a SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
Bat. And I'm looking at, yeah, dude, right?
That's the best.
Why SpongeBob?
So one of our guys, Jack Jones, he plays for Building Champions in Kansas City. He's a Tennessee commit, and he came to us to do a custom bat, and he said, why not, let's do a SpongeBob. And I was like, okay. So we did a SpongeBob, and they hit off really well, and they're a huge pain in the butt to make because they take forever. But it's all stencil, airbrush, hand painted, so it's a good time. But they're a fan favorite for sure.
Fan favorites?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I think it's interesting when you look at the difference in the bats. I like pretty bats.
Yeah.
And you guys have some pretty bats.
I appreciate
I love
that.
the multicolor, the fire burnt, you know, and with the two-tone, with the two colors.
Yeah.
Those aren't easy to do, are they?
No. You know, the way we've set up our production, it works for us. You know, obviously some bats we can't do a lot of, like the SpongeBob, because it takes so long.
Sure.
The more standard two-tone or one-tone, or, you know, even like what you were talking about, they're not too bad. They take a little bit of time, but with our production, it works for us. And that was always my thing was, you know, above anything, it was always feel and performance was number one. You know, you can have a pretty bat all day long, but if it doesn't perform, then what's the purpose?
Right, right.
The look of them was kind of more of a marketing ploy, you know, to make us different from everybody else. So we like to say we catch your attention with our colors and finish work, but we keep you coming back with the performance. So that's everything for us. So.
It is about performance.
Yes.
Everything. You know, and you guys, the maple, do you do ash as well?
Maple and birch now.
Maple and birch. So what's the difference between maple and birch?
So the two big differences, they're very similar grain structure. Birch has a little bit of a longer grain structure, a little more flexible. It tends to, you got to like break it in to make it harder. Birch is better at lighter weights. So if you're swinging a big barrel, trying to get to a drop 3, I would suggest swinging birch because it's denser at lighter weights than maple. Maple doesn't like to be light. So if you're swinging like a 271 style, which is a quicker taper, we suggest going maple because it's denser at higher weights. So
gotcha.
That's the two biggest differences.
That's too big.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about getting into other woods, or is it just hard to come by? How does that work? I mean, I don't know anything about the manufacturing. It's kind of interesting to me.
We used to do ash. There's a beetle taking out all the ash trees. It's destroying all the ash forests up in the Northeast.
Wow.
So we've gone away from that. Not a lot of people swing ash anymore. And we brought birch in a few years ago. We used to just only do maple. But those are two of the main woods that everybody swings, so that's kind of what we stick with. We're known for our high-performance, solid maple or birch bats, so that's just kind of what we'll stick with. You know, I'll keep the options open for a composite, maybe,
sure.
But other than that, that's, you know, unless something else comes along. You know.
I think the composite is interesting only in the sense of the younger kids.
Right.
You know, because you want durability in a wood bat.
Right.
Right? So when you're swinging that, you're breaking them, it gets costly.
Right.
Right?
Exactly, yeah. The composite bats are great for what they're good for. You know, they may not have as good a performance sometimes depending on the wood. But like I said, they're meant to not break. So it's great for youth. Bomb bats are great for college guys. I swung a bomb bat in college. But if you do have a really good piece of maple or birch and you find the barrel, it'll last you for sure.
Right.
You know,
right.
A lot of kids can't find the barrel sometimes. So.
Yeah. And, you know, I've seen, you know, just different bats, swinging woods and whatnot. If you take care of it, you do it right, like you said. Yeah, you're gonna catch one and handle at 95.
Exactly. Nothing's lasting much on that, but you never know. So.
That's the way it works.
Right.
That's right. Hey, Jacob, I appreciate you taking the time, buddy.
Yes.
And
thanks for having me.
No, man. I see we got some kids. Brendan Pyle was down there swinging your bat. The hockey puck is big.
It's big. Yeah. Yeah, people love it. And everything's always a personal preference, of course. And it's just one of those things, if it works for you, then swing it. It does have some benefits. It allows you to get to certain pitches that you couldn't get to before with that counterbalance. It kind of whips through the zone quicker. Sure. And we've got guys that it doesn't work for. So.
And that's what he said when he was swinging it. I want you to cue that one up, Drew, and we'll show that when we're done here with the conversation. Show Brendan Pyle swinging that jaw bat because we caught him in the cage with that. And he was chatting about, and that's one of the things he said is the balance of it when you come through, and that's what Rick was talking about with that. And I wouldn't have thought that.
Right, yeah, you wouldn't think that little bit adds that much, but it does. It almost makes it an effortless swing. We had a guy that played for Fort Scott in Kansas, and he won the batting title, home run leader, and he had very, very fast hands, and it was too fast for him. So it's like he was through the zone too quick. So that was interesting, but he likes a really end-loaded model, and so it's trying to fit guys for their swing and what feels good to them. And I think ultimately, you try not to overwhelm with information, and if it feels good, swing it.
Do you guys customize bats like that for particular guys?
Yeah, that's really what we're known for. Besides the crazy customs, is the fittings. The custom fittings. So we bring guys out to the shop. We have them fitted for a certain model that works for them. If we don't have the model in the machine, then I'll make it by hand first, and then we draw it up and put it in the machine. So that's my favorite thing, is to make sure guys are swinging bats that feel good to them.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
Thank you.
We got that cued, buddy? Go ahead and roll that. We're going to check this out. Jaw Bats, Brendan Pyle from Fort Zumwalt East, to Mizzou commit, swinging this bat.
Awesome.
Go ahead. Okay, guys, we're back over here. I hope you enjoyed that shot. We're here with Jacob Walters from Jaw Bats, and right behind me here, Coach Mason Horn, CBC. Coach, how you doing?
Doing well, doing well. It's Christmas here. There's nowhere else to be right now. This is awesome.
I love that. He said that too when I first saw him. He goes, "It's Christmas." I was like, "Oh yeah, really? Huh?" Bats. Have you heard of Jaw Bats before?
I haven't actually. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here.
Yes, exactly.
We were talking about the bats, what's going on with them and whatnot. Your kids swinging bats. Talk to us a little bit about that. Does it matter?
I don't care as long as the ball goes.
Yeah.
The ball's traveling. The kids, they're like gloves. They find what they think. I think initially it's more about how it looks and the hype of them, and then once they get them in their hands and how they feel,
right.
and what the in some cases what they sound like. But I don't care what they use as long as they're legal and the ball jumps.
It's all about production.
That's right.
All about production.
When we were talking about bats, wood bats, things of that nature, do you like to see the kids train with the wood bats, in the off season?
I do, definitely in the off season. I think they find the barrel more. They get instant feedback. In the spring, I tend to get away from it a little bit because we just, we play every day. So, those different feels, I'm kind of old school, I guess, in that sense. I don't want to mess with that feel too much, but definitely in the off season, I think they should play around with as many different weights and different feels in the off season. But again, once the season starts, then let's get our bat that we use on an everyday basis and go with it.
I like that, and that's one of the keys, and especially with a wood bat, developing the sweet spot, right? Because finding the barrel. I think if you see a young man who's barreling the baseball with a wood bat, his swing is working, isn't it?
I think so, yeah, definitely. It's probably pretty short to the ball and pretty true. And then it's just, again, how consistently do they do that? And I think with aluminum, there's more wiggle room, of course, and so again, I think definitely the more they swing wood, especially in the off season, as they're fine tuning their swing and things of that nature, is always a good thing.
Jacob, with that, and that's what we were talking about, developing bats, developing wood bats. Sweet spot's a huge thing, and the forgiveness in that, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing better than seeing a little guy swing a wood bat for the first time, and he catches one off the hands, and just the pain that he feels from a nice cold day. But yeah, that's what we're always trying to maximize sweet spot size with feel. Obviously you can't give them a bat that they can't handle. That's the biggest frustration with wood to metal is these metal bats. The barrels are so large and the sweet spots are so big that you tend to lose that with the wood. And anybody can be a great hitter with a metal bat, but like you were talking about, if the kid can hit with wood, then he goes to his metal, he feels like Superman. So I love what you said there about practice with what you hit with in the spring. I don't think there's a need to change that. Train with wood in the winter, and do your training tools with short trainers, weighted trainers, and then when you're ready to go play with what you swing. So.
Yeah, I like that because I was talking with Rick the other day as we're getting ready for the demonstration here, and that was one of the biggest things that we discussed was it was on our show. That's right. We did on Tuesday, talking about forgiveness in the bat, in the aluminum bat. You got a bigger sweet spot, you may get that forgiveness, but if you catch that barrel wrong with a wood bat, your hands, you're going to feel it, and especially here. I think it's interesting, though, early on when you get in them cold days, sometimes you want to, if you got a composite bat, you got to watch the temperature early in the spring, don't you?
Yeah, well, I think around here we watch it every day, right? I mean, I think it's it's just something you got to deal with, and I remember in the old days, I don't pay this much attention, I probably should, but in the old days when I played, I mean, we were taking bats and throwing them into the bathrooms in between innings, trying to keep them warm because they were breaking, and the technology has gotten so much greater now, and even with wood, and so it's like I said, I think you just get out there, find what feels good. If you got good success with it, roll with it. And I think once they get kind of, they get kind of an allegiance to a specific type of feel, then they just kind of roll with that for as long as they can. I know, like Ryan Stevens played for me, and he was this particular bat and stayed with it and didn't care, and obviously had good success. So.
I remember Ryan Stevens. Yeah, he swung the bat very well. Guys, I appreciate Jacob Walters. Guys, go check it out. Where can they find you?
Jawbats.com, and then our social media on TikTok at Jawbats and Instagram at Jawbats. So,
absolutely.
Awesome.
Coach Horn. Hey, come check it out. We're going to have Coach Horn on the show here in the future. He's coming on. Check us out. Yeah, be fun. We're going to talk a little more baseball. Guys, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to get these young guys over here and talk to them about how they swung some bats. Okay. Jacob, pleasure to meet you. I'll catch you, man.
Perfect.
Appreciate it. And sitting next to me here is Jacob from Marucci.
Yep. Marucci, Victus, Lizard Skins, and then we actually just bought Bombat, the composite wood bat company. We purchased them back in the springtime. Yep.
Wow.
Yep, so we got a lot going on. A lot of brands and a lot of products to keep track of, that's for sure.
We got a lot of pinging going on back behind us.
That's for sure. The Marucci ping is a distinct sound, too. Everyone always knows it.
So talk to us a little bit here. When you've got two different, Victus is the latest model. Mm-hmm. The Marucci's been around. I mean, the Cat's moved up. Now we're at X10, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference in the bats?
Honestly, I would say part of the reason that Marucci bought Victus, which was right actually before I started with Marucci, is because of their wood bat presence in the MLB, and their quality of wood bat was very, right up there with the quality of Marucci. And then since Marucci's purchased them, that's when they've kind of started getting into the aluminum bat stuff. So it's definitely still probably a new thing for them. I'm really excited about the new bats that we got out, the Vibe and the Vandal. The Vandal F3, I've told a bunch of people today, it might be my new favorite. Over the Cat X, it might be my new favorite.
Wow.
So they're doing something right with it, but it's definitely something that they're just going to keep getting better, I would assume.
Gotcha.
Yep.
We're competing here a little bit. He's trying to give away. We're gonna wait a little bit. How we doing on the sound? Can we hear him okay? Sweet. We try to do that. It's called technology. Somebody doesn't want the back. I'd say it's from a gentleman or somebody's left already.
It might be. All I would know is I would want to keep it because I know, like, just the stuff that I gave for these handouts, you'd want to stick around for it.
Absolutely, right?
So he's still got a couple of wood bats to give away, a couple of Marucci, well, one Marucci and a couple of Victus wood bats to give away. So it's a free $200 bat you might win.
I love that Victus right there.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yep,
the two-tone right there.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and you got the Victus 33 right there too. Look at that. I'm going to grab that right here real quick. Oh, that's pretty right there,
it's
right?
almost like a Dijon mustard color, I would say. I don't know how else to describe it, but
I think it's perfect,
like
man.
A brown mustard look.
Gray Poupon.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
I guess I'm old enough to remember those commercials.
I definitely don't, I can tell you that.
Because it was an old commercial that Wayne's World's parodied too.
Oh, okay.
It says they roll up and you're next to it, he rolls down. Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm old.
That's funny.
I'm old. So Victus was bought out by Marucci, and now it's here. You guys are part of this.
And I want to say that was like 3 years ago. So I've been with Marucci and working with all the brands, but employed by Marucci for, it'll be 2 years in December. And when I started, we had already purchased Victus, but it was recent. And then like 2 months into me starting is when we purchased Lizard Skin. And that's been cool because you turn on any MLB game, you're going to see something that we own, because between Marucci and Victus, we got 60% of MLB players swinging our bats between the two brands. And then with Lizard Skins, most of the grips that are on them are Lizard Skins too, even if it's not our brand. So,
are the guys, I've seen a lot of that. Are they moving away from the pine tar for the Lizard Skin?
No, I mean, you can definitely still do pine tar. Honestly, Lizard Skin makes a really cool thing called a grip boost, where it's like a not messy pine tar, and it takes like a dime-sized drop, put it on your batting gloves, go hit with it, and then when you come up again, you don't even need to put another drop. You just spit on your hands or get it wet. It kind of reactivates the adhesion, and you go. It's a lot less messy. It doesn't stick to clothing and stuff. We still get a ton of guys that like use the Marucci Hitter's Grip Spray. Is still probably one of the most popular things out there.
I hadn't heard of that.
I like the Lizard Skin's non-messy stuff is pretty awesome. I normally will try to put a bottle out, but I don't think I brought one today.
Very good.
I have limited space here today. That's what's going on.
There's a lot of folks here today, man. So you've seen a lot of kids going through. We mic'd up a couple of guys we did in the last segment. We showed them. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
They talked very well, though.
You get a lot of response back from them.
I did,
Yeah.
and we did this. We were talking about, because it was the Marucci and the Vandal, and the one young man was talking between the Vandal and the Icon.
Okay.
And he really liked the Vandal.
Yeah.
As well, if not a little better than the Icon.
Yeah, the Vandal is definitely the lightest swinging bat that we have. And what I found for most kids is, while they want to swing a two-piece, because that's what they see college guys swinging,
yeah,
those college guys are in the gym every day. It's a job, what they do every day.
Yes,
most
it
of
is.
these kids aren't strong enough to do that, but they're strong enough to swing a light swinging aluminum one-piece bat. So I always really try to steer kids that way, just because when you're a kid, it's all about keeping your hands close to your body. Once it gets away, normally all the mechanics go out the door. So
that's the truth of it right there.
and it's a lot easier for them to do that with a balanced bat versus the two pieces tend to be a little bit more end-loaded.
You guys have a lot of stock here at Prime Sports Midwest.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot. What can they find here at Prime Sports Midwest?
About everything. Honestly, they got custom stuff here that you're not going to find at any other type of store, like custom glove models that are like one of one. They got them up here. Some custom wood bat models that are one of one too that you're not going to find anywhere else. Rick's really good about getting in the custom stuff because custom stuff is cool. But then also anything that you could think of in our brands, he can get it in within a week if he doesn't have it in here. But odds are he's probably got it in there already somewhere. You might not even see it yet. It might be in the back, but he's probably got it.
He does a good job.
He does.
I mean, the store's nice. It's nice to have a place where you can come and swing a
Yeah.
bat, right?
Oh, I cover 5 states, and this is, of all the customers I have in my 5 states, I would put Rick as either the top or top 2 in it, in facility and like retail setup and everything.
There
So,
you go.
yeah, easily.
I love it. I met Rick, and we've been, Prime Sports Midwest, been a sponsor for the last year. It's been great. We're out here today. We're having a lot of fun doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to meet you, Jacob.
Oh, yeah, very nice to meet you guys. Thanks for talking with me.
And so, folks, if you like Victus, come on down. We're here till 1 o'clock.
Might win a free $200 bat.
Right? This is a giveaway. It's down here in the giveaway stuff. Look at that.
Yep.
Gray Poupon.
I don't know what that is. But yeah.
It's yellow mustard. Or it's, what'd you call it?
Like a Dijon mustard.
Dijon
Yeah.
mustard. It's the same thing.
There you go.
It's just a brand. Gray
I'm getting
Poupon.
hungry now just talking about all this.
Well, there's hot dogs here, too.
Yeah.
Free hot dogs.
There you
get
go.
a free hot dog when you come in. There's all kinds of stuff. We're going to let Jacob, I don't know, maybe. We got a break here. He's been back there. I mean,
I got to
kids-
go help Rick sell some more stuff. So.
That's it. So, Jacob, appreciate your time,
Yep.
buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Let's go back. We're going to do this. We got John here with Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, correct? Wilson. It's been a fun day so far, right?
Busy day. Fun day, but busy day, yeah.
What bat you been demoing out here for the most part, John?
Well, with Wilson, we have 4 brands under the Wilson umbrella. We've got Louisville Slugger, we've got the DeMarini, we've got Evo Shield, and we have A-Tech. So it's a big line. We have the Louisville and DeMarini bats here. We just introduced on Wednesday the new Atlas bat.
Yeah.
And the Atlas bat is just really on fire right now. So a lot of Atlas bats, a lot of Voodoo ones. The new Goods and Goods 2-piece just came out. So a lot of new good BB Core bats, and then a lot of the U-Trip bats that we have just come out with, like the DeMarini Zoa and the Goods 2-piece in the U-Trip has been very popular.
The Atlas, as you said, has been fire, but the DeMarini, the Voodoo, I mean, every time I talk to people, that is the bat that's been, it's really kind of just right there. People still love that bat, don't they?
Absolutely. It's interesting with DeMarini and Louisville, especially in the fast pitch lane. You have a lot of DeMarini girls, you got a lot of Louisville girls, and it's kind of that way with the boys too. Both those bats are 1-piece bats.
Yeah.
So, and they do swing a little differently, and you get people that, like the Voodoo has been the best graphic bat for years.
Yeah.
So, but it's the quality of the bats. We have a new warranty this year on BB Core. And all our BB Core bats have a 1-year warranty with unlimited replacements. That's how good we feel about our quality right now. So, in a 1-piece bat right now is probably, in all my years in the business, 1-piece bats are as popular right now as they are.
I think durability-wise, I know sometimes the telescoping has been, but Rick was talking about this with us, the warranties with that. DeMarini's kind of stepped up with that, haven't they?
Absolutely. You're dealing with kids a lot of times.
Right.
And, a bat's not unlike anything else as far as it's got so much in it.
That's right.
And, you get kids that'll go out and they may hit 250 balls a day.
Right.
And, so you're going to have failure at some point. But at the same time, that's one of the things driving the 1-piece business, because the durability and alloy is so good. But we feel very, very confident with all of our bats. But the BB Core, you can feel good for a year. You're going to have a brand new bat.
Yeah. So, John, thanks for coming out. Appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Pleasure to meet you, sir. And so,
Have a good day.
absolutely. We're going to get this young man over here that was swinging these bats over here and chat him up a little bit about him, because he put some good swings on them.
He knows how to put a barrel on.
Yes, he does. Come on in here. All right. Tell the folks your name.
Hi, I'm Jake Greer.
So, Jake, we're going to show a little demonstration. Jake swung 3 of the bats we were talking with John about. First one you did, the goods. It's the first time I'd heard of that bat.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
So I used to swing the goods. I think it was the 2021 model, the green one, and I love that bat. I had a 32. It was the first BB core that I ever swung, and I liked it. It was a little on the heavier side, so I switched it up and I went to a different bat.
Heavier side. You like a lighter bat?
I wouldn't say lighter. I would say kind of in the middle. I don't like it super unloaded, but not completely.
A little more balanced.
Yeah.
A little more balanced. How did the ball come off the bat with the goods?
That is one of the hottest BB core bats, I would say.
Is it really?
Yeah, I would say. It's got
Okay.
some of the best pop I've seen.
So, after the goods, you picked up the Voodoo.
Yeah.
And immediately in that you went, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That bat is super easy to get through the zone, and its pop is pretty comparable to the goods. It's a really good bat. I just don't really like the feel of it very much, but that's just me. A lot of people like it.
I think that's real, though. You got to find what feels good, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And no matter what, even if you like the way it comes off, whatnot, you still got to have that feel. You got to be comfortable in the box.
Yeah.
Especially when you're seeing guys, 85 to 88. You better be not thinking about, I don't like the feel of this bat, right?
Yeah. I think feel is the most underrated part of a bat. A lot of people get caught up in like what other people say about it and the pop that it has, but I think feel is the most important thing.
Ah, there you go. And then the last one, the new Atlas, you've never swung the bat, and you were pleasantly surprised, weren't you?
Yeah, the Atlas had a little bit more weight to it than the Voodoo, and I thought it helped a lot. That bat was very good. I might get it. I might get it. I might get it.
That's what, and there you go. That's why the bat demos are here, right?
Yeah.
Because you were just, I know, and the first thing, and we're going to show that because I thought it was funny because when I was recording that, I heard it in my headphones. You were like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by the Atlas.
That's cool. I love that part of it, and that's why I've really enjoyed this today. Guys getting out, checking out the bats, because you never know. I mean, and when you can swing, 10 different bats here today, it gives you an opportunity to, can you get a good feel of a bat in that short of time?
Yeah, I think you can. To find the right bat, I don't think it takes more than like 5 or 6 swings. You just know right away.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it right there, Jake Greer, right? We hope you enjoyed that today, folks. Opportunity to get some information. Check out these bats. And two, Prime Sports Midwest. I know Rick's putting out a lot of demo videos with some of the best hitters around out there, giving their opinions on the bat after they swung it, what they're doing that way. So if you aren't following Prime Sports Midwest, do that. Facebook, Instagram, X. I think most of it's on Instagram. I think so. But Prime Sports MW, at Prime Sports MW on Instagram. I think it's Prime Sports MW on X. Prime Sports Midwest on Facebook. Go check those out. Go check out the videos. Get some great information. We put some out there as well. They've been sharing this out. A lot of fun. Go check it out. Learn more about these bats before you go buy one. And you can go demo it yourself. Might not have the size. I don't know. But if you go down to 1550 Ocello Drive, that's in Fenton, Missouri, in the Champions Village, Prime Sports Midwest is right there, and they do have bats. You can demo them there before you purchase. I think it's a great opportunity, so check that out. We appreciate Rick and Sal being partners with with Youth Baseball Midwest. I'm getting all confused here. We love it. We appreciate it very much. Folks, thanks for tuning in. Everybody have a great day in the Lord. All you pitchers, keep throwing strikes, and hitters, hit a couple dingers. If you can't hit a dinger, hit them where they ain't. We'll see y'all next time.